Hi guys, welcome to this week's Lift Thinking Time. I hope you're all well and having a good week. This week we're going to be talking about a boy named David who put his whole trust in God and 5 smooth stones. Our phrase that pays is from Proverbs chapter 3 verse 5 and says, "Trust in the Lord with all your heart." Now, I'm sure you probably know the Bible story of how a boy named David fought and killed a giant named Goliath, but just in case you don't, I'll give you the highlights. Now, Goliath was a mighty warrior in the Philistine army. He was more than 9 feet tall. He was protected from head to toe by a suit of armor made of bronze, and his armor alone weighed more than 45 kilograms. He was armed with a sword and a spear. David, on the other hand, was a young shepherd boy. He had no armor for protection. It would have been too heavy for him to carry. And his weapon of choice was a sling, and his ammunition was 5 smooth stones, which he picked up from a nearby stream. And yet David was able to defeat a giant that all of the soldiers of the Israelite army were afraid to face. You and I may never face a giant such as Goliath, but we'll face giants of another kind in our daily lives. We'll face giants such as fear, insecurity, loneliness, failure. How can we overcome these giants that want to defeat us? These 5 stones can help us to remember the story of how David defeated the giant he faced. They can also help us to know how we can defeat the giants we face. The first stone represents courage. David was not afraid to face the enemy. "Don't worry about a thing," David told Saul. "I'll go and fight the Philistine." It also takes courage to fight the giants that you and I will face in our daily lives. The second stone represents confidence. As a shepherd, David often had to protect the sheep from wild animals. This gave him confidence he needed to face the giant. "The Lord who saved me from the claws of the lion and the bear will save me from this Philistine," he told Saul. Like David, we can have confidence that God will help us to overcome the problems we face every day. The third stone represents preparation. David didn't go and face the giant unprepared. He went down to the stream and picked out 5 smooth stones and put them in his shepherd's bag. Then, armed with his shepherd's staff and sling, he started out to fight Goliath. It is important for us to do everything possible to be certain that we are prepared to face the challenges which we will meet in our daily lives as well. The fourth stone represents trust. David didn't just trust in his own ability to slay the giant. When Goliath shouted at David and cursed him and was ready to kill him, David said, "You come to me with a sword and spear, but I come to you in the name of the Lord God Almighty." When you face your problems, put your trust in God, not in your own ability. The 5th and last stone represents victory. It's God's battle, not ours. That is why David was able to win the victory over the giant with only a stone and a sling. When you turn your battles over to God, you will have the victory over the giants in your life as well. So the next time you're facing a giant in life, remember the story of David and Goliath and 5 smooth stones. I'll see you all soon. Thanks very much for listening. Bye.